Bet the people who built this place were really fucking sorry when the bombs fell. Oops, maybe warmongering wasn't the right choice after all.
this.
Lock and load. Barrels and water do not mix. That smell. Ugh.
Hey,
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Well, I see. Talking to you is pointless.
All your petty deeds will become pointless when Atom returns. When the Great Divide cleanses this world and all in it, you will leave this place or face Atom's wrath.
Adam's wrath? Do I even want to know what that is?
He is the great equalizer, the defender of Atom's word. Now leave this place, or I will invoke him upon you!
I don't have time for this. Just tell me where you've stashed the damn nukes.
How dare you! Your time on this world has ended. Face Atom's wrath and despair.
Engaging
This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. This is a drill. We need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. If this is the big one, they want to head home to their families before it's too late. Some of the inbounds are getting awfully close. Wait a minute. The inbounds are splitting into multiple targets? Oh, hell. This is it, isn't it? May God have mercy on our souls.
Proctor? Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Absolutely. Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Alright, let's run a basic diagnostic.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets any and all red Chinese invaders.
Now let me run a system analysis and a battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems, nominal. Weapons, hot. Warning, nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning, power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
They think I'm a scam artist. Idiots.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
You didn't have to do that, Ingram.
Come on. You earned the damn thing. Besides, Liberty Prime isn't about to run out and get you a gift. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
That is the coolest fucking robot in the history of robots.
I need to ask you something.
I'm tired of being in this thing. I need a break. Hey, you wanna bust me out of this? Take me to bed?
I wanted to ask you about something else.
Go ahead.
I need you to get out of your power armor.
Roger that.
On it.
Nothing's more satisfying than a smoky full of cats.
Oh, I slept so well. Ever wonder what it would be like to be a ghoul? You know, live forever? Don't think immortality is worth the smell.
Next person that asks me to shag is getting a well-placed kick, if you get my meaning. Can't wait to get out of this goddamn heat.
I've got your back.
Protect and serve.
Virgil.
Welcome back. It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is incredible.
It is a significant first step, but it still only works on one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk, if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Protect and serve.
Have you ever fired a minigun? Chews through barrels like paper.
When it comes to keeping the Pridwin running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
Is there anything you wish to tell me, Knight?
Not at all. I have nothing to hide.
I find that very hard to believe. Proctor Quinlan completed the decryption of the data you retrieved from the Institute. A portion of his findings included a list of synths that went missing or escaped from their underground facility. After careful analysis of the information, we've discovered something unprecedented. Paladin Dance is a perfect match for one of the synths on that list.
Is Quinlan absolutely certain?
Proctor Quinlan validated the information numerous times. I can assure you, his results are accurate. The data you brought back included a record of each subject's DNA. We keep the same information on file for all of our soldiers. Paladin Dance's DNA is a perfect match for a synth they called M797. To make matters worse, he's gone AWOL, disappeared without a trace. His sudden absence simply reinforces our conclusion that M797 and Paladin Dance are one and the same. I'm finding it difficult to believe that he never confided in you, and then swore you to secrecy.
After everything I've done for the Brotherhood, you have some nerve accusing me of lying.
Your outburst leads me to believe I've misjudged you, which means I've decided to take you at your word. However, that doesn't absolve you of your duty. Dance is a synth. He represents everything we hate, a monstrosity of technology. Our mission in the Commonwealth is clear. The Institute and its creations need to be destroyed in order to preserve our future, which leaves me facing the most difficult order I've ever given. I'm ordering you to hunt down Dance and execute him.
With pleasure. I'll make him pay for lying to us.
I appreciate your cooperation. Listen, I'm not blind to the fact that Dance was your mentor, and this isn't an easy burden to bear. But if we're to remain strong, we can't afford to make exceptions. Even when it means executing one of our own. Find Proctor Quinlan. He's been analyzing the data and should be able to provide you with a starting point. And Knight, there's a promotion for you riding on the results of these orders. So don't disappoint me. You're dismissed.
I knew it. I knew there was something wrong with Dance. Who talks like that? He sounds like a walk-in dictionary, for fuck's sake.
System Delta's at 100%.
Hi.
Can I do something for you? Or to you?
What's on your mind?
Wish I'd lived before the Great War. Imagine being able to go into a restaurant and order anything you want.
That was it.
No problem.
Adjusting internal bayonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
Nothing to report right now, Knight.
going up.
I heard over Mac.
Attention. Any personnel who have not completed their annual medical evaluation should report to Knight Captain Cade immediately to schedule an examination.
Oh, Knight. I was
That is
told
all.
you were coming. Sorry about this business with Dance.
I don't need apologies. I need to know where he is.
Yes, you're quite right. I've been poring over Dance's duty reports, and unfortunately, I haven't found any concrete information. As you're well aware, Dance had intimate knowledge of the Commonwealth, and I'm afraid he could be seeking refuge anywhere. I think our best approach would be to identify every location he's ever visited and eliminate them as possibilities one by one. You may want to get comfortable. This could take quite a bit of...
What the hell is this crap about Dance being a synth?
I assume your outburst was a reference to some doubt regarding Dance's identity. I can assure you that my findings are quite accurate, Scribe.
So he sets Dance up, and then you knock him down. Is that it?
Orders are orders.
Orders are orders? That's all you have to say? I can't believe that after everything Paladin Dance did for you, you're just gonna turn your back on him like this. There's obviously been a mistake, and we need to get to the bottom of it.
Scribe Halen, you're addressing a senior officer, and you will show her the respect that she's due, or so help me, I'll have you brought up on charges. Now, unless you're here with information that can assist us, I suggest you return to the police station immediately.
Of course. My apologies, Proctor. I believe I have some information that's relevant to the search.
Very well then. Would you care to enlighten us? Or do we have to wait until you decide to grace us with your knowledge?
Knight, if you'd accompany me to the flight deck, I'd like to show you the information I've compiled firsthand. I've stored the data on my Vertibird gunship's computer.
I'll take anything that gets me closer to finding Dance.
Yes, ma'am.
Proceed, Knight. I'll continue doing my research here.
If you'll follow me, ma'am.
Hail, Knight. Scribe Halen.
This way.
Kaylin?
Do you actually plan on killing Paladin Dance?
I haven't decided yet.
Well, before you do, I need you to listen to what I have to say. I've known Paladin Dance ever since I was an initiate. He trained me, showed me the ropes, and when I screwed up, he taught me to dust myself off and move on. He's earned my admiration, my respect, and my friendship. I don't care what Quinlan's report says. I don't care if he's a machine or not. He's still Dance.
That's a bold statement.
It's more than just a statement. It's a plea. Dance is the most selfless person I've ever met. I've watched him risk his own life based on nothing more than principle alone. That's why I'm asking you. Not just as a member of the Brotherhood, but as a human being. Give him a chance. Let him tell his side of the story. If you're not convinced by what he says, or somehow he's become truly lost to us, then you do what you have to do.
All right, I'll hear him out.
That's all that I ask. I'll just have to trust that when the time comes, you'll do the right thing. Before the Pribwin showed up, Dance had me identify a fallback point if we ever lost the police station. It was Listening Post Bravo, an old pre-war US military outpost on the northern frontier of the Commonwealth. It's isolated, and we're the only ones that knew about it. So, there's a good chance that's where he's headed. Just be careful. There's no telling what state of mind he's in right now, or if he trusts any of us at all.
So you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
Going down. Do not attempt.
Heads up.
I'm not surprised Maxson sent you. He never liked to do the dirty work himself.
Why didn't you tell me, Dance?
Because I didn't know. Until Quinlan got that list decoded, I thought synths were the enemy. I never expected to hear that I was one of them. If it wasn't for Halen, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, what are your orders? Does Maxson even want me alive?
Of course not. Synths are the enemy, remember?
All too well.
Look, I'm not blind to the fact that this must be difficult for you. I wish Maxon had sent someone else, but that doesn't change a thing. I'm a synth, which means I need to be destroyed. If you disobey your orders, you're not only betraying Maxon, you're betraying the Brotherhood of Steel and everything it stands for. Synths can't be trusted. Machines were never meant to make their own decisions. They need to be controlled. Technology that's run amok is what brought the entire world to its knees, and humanity to the brink of extinction. I need to be the example, not the exception.
I see you've calculated all the variables, just like a machine.
Your anger simply proves my point. I'm ready to accept the consequences of my true identity. Maxon's ordered you to execute me, and I'll be damned if I'm going to stand in your way.
If you're so eager to die, then do it yourself.
If you leave here without completing your orders, then I'll carry them out for you. Maxon's obviously testing you, and I refuse to be the one who causes you to fail.
If it needs to be done, then so be it.
I've never been prouder of you than I am right now, sister. It's been a pleasure serving with you.
Going up.
Synths are replacing humans with exact duplicates. Makes me sick.
Report, Knight. Have you handled the situation with Paladin Danse?
The traitor's been executed, Elder.
Excellent work. Of course. Dance's execution creates a missing link in our chain of command. That traitor held quite an important position with us. I'm certain that you'll make a fine replacement. His quarters and all his possessions are now yours, including his personal suit of power armor. Congratulations, Paladin.
Body's not even cold, and you're already dividing the loot?
To the victor go the spoils. Being a part of the Brotherhood, you should learn to appreciate that sentiment. Just be aware that a Brotherhood Paladin is expected to be a symbol of integrity to our brothers and sisters. I trust you won't disappoint them, or disappoint me. In any event, we still have the Institute to contend with, and a lot of work to do before we can begin our final assault. While the finishing touches are being put onto Liberty Prime, Captain Kells has identified a potential threat to our operations. Report to him immediately for your next assignment. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Control systems all reporting back nominal.
Superstructure integrity green. Hull plating stable. Station keeping maintained.
Excuse me, Captain
Thrusters
Kells?
stable.
Ah, Paladin. Good. Now that the unfortunate matter regarding Dance has been settled, we can return to our primary mission.
I'm ready, Captain.
Good, because this mission demands your full attention. Now, before we launch our attack on the Institute, we need to address another threat. The Railroad. They're a small but capable group that uses subterfuge and guerrilla tactics to harass their enemies. Our tactical analysis says they could possibly hamper or harm our operations, which is a risk I'm not willing to take. If we strike them now, we should be able to maximize the amount of damage we do to their organization.
Hit them before they hit us. I like it.
Precisely. Destroying the railroad hinges on completely eliminating their leadership. Otherwise, they'll simply regroup somewhere else. To that end, here's a list of the 5 targets we believe would cause a catastrophic failure in their chain of command.
Consider it done.
Thank you, Paladin. Now, before you depart, Proctor Ingram has additional orders for you to complete.
Our sources tell us that the Railroad has some sort of experimental or prototype robot in their headquarters. They're calling it the Predictive Analytic Machine, or PAM for short. Cute, huh? They use the robot for complex strategic calculations that are much more efficient than anything we can generate here. If you could use this holotape to decrypt the security on Pam's terminal, it will force the unit to return to the Pridwin. I'm certain we could put Pam's computing power to good use. Otherwise, destroy it. We wouldn't want it to fall into the Institute's hands.
I'll try to get it back here in one piece.
Good. It'd be a hell of a waste if you didn't.
I'm certain you'll do whatever it takes to complete the mission. When you're ready, proceed to the Old North Church and link up with our assault team. They'll provide demolition support and all the firepower you'll need to take the railroad down. Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
If you find anything interesting in the Railroad headquarters, don't forget to bring it back here.
Internal monitoring active. Looks quiet.
Your promotion was well-deserved, Paladin.
The Railroad is a bunch of idiots. They aren't a threat to the Brotherhood.
Let's do this.
Area sweep, now!
Need backup! Fire!
Hey.
Oh, shit. Brotherhood is here.
They can't hide from us.
You killed it.
Target down. Detonation pack secured and ready, sir.
The Brotherhood is here.
Good job. You managed to wipe out the most ineffective organization in the Commonwealth.
might not look like much, but the Pridwin gets the job done.
Well, it appears that the railroad won't be a hindrance to our future operations.
Those sympathizers deserved exactly what they got.
That they did. I'm also pleased you managed to secure Pam, rather than allow it to be destroyed. We are having it brought to the Pridwin, where it will be installed in Proctor Quinlan's office. It's an amazing piece of pre-war technology that should prove to be quite beneficial to us. Speaking of pre-war technology, Proctor Ingram is putting the final touches on Liberty Prime, and requires your assistance. Congratulations on another successful mission, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
Communications array calibration test successful. All bands nominal.
Reactor at 100% efficiency.
Attention! Any soldiers who have not yet received a field assignment from Proctor Tegan should speak to him at once. That is all.
You look like you've been through the ringer, Paladin. Can't say that I blame you. That was a hell of a business with Dance. Can't even imagine having to look him in the face and pull the trigger.
If we're going to defeat the Institute, we can't allow personal feelings to interfere with our mission.
Spoken like a true disciple of Maxon. Anyway, we need company because I'm coming with you.
No way. You're staying here.
Hey, I might be walking around with metal rods shoved into my spine, but I can still take care of myself.
Fair enough. It would be helpful to have you along.
I knew you'd see it my way. Kells has a vertibird on standby, waiting to drop us off on the roof of the mass fusion tower. Grab whatever gear you need and meet me on the flight deck. But don't take too long. If the Institute finds out the agitator's there, they'll do everything they can to keep it out of our hands.
If Elder Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of hell, I'd be the first one to kick them open.
Not Victorian, sister. I'm proud to be serving under Elder Maxon. I had enough of mine as his
Roger that, Scabbard. We have clearance for release. You might want to hang on, sir. The drop can be a little rough.
Never could get used to flying in these things.
Hostile target sighted on the roof, sir. Prepare to engage.
Damn synths, they're crawling all over the place. Thin them out before we drop.
Assessment, you must die.
Target's gone dark. See the agitator anyway.
Sweet.
Let's check out that terminal over there.
Targeting.
No mercy!
Don't have the card.
Down that way. Looks like the elevator needs some kind of a key card. You found the key card. Good. Now we can get that elevator running.
Going down.
interesting.
Got it.
We could always drop through here. Might not be as cushy as an elevator ride, but at least we'll be headed in the right direction. There, that's done it. Power's back online.
Going down.
Curious. Curious. You must be terminated. Sensor. Hostile. Sensor fully operational.
Ow! building is so...
Radiation levels are dangerously high in there. Let me know if you need any radiation protection. I'll communicate with you through their intercom system, while I monitor everything from out here.
Now cycling airlock. Please wait. Initiating decontamination sequence. Decontamination complete. You may proceed.
The beryllium agitator should be in a port at the top of the reactor. The building security
alert in the reactor chamber. Please wait. Decontamination complete.
Threat neutralized.
Scanners detecting sentient life. Alert level elevated. Contact reacquired.
Identify yourself. Lockdown ended.
The Institute must have sent reinforcements. I'll help hold them off. Just make sure you get the agitator out of here.
Hello?
Contact detected. Possibly.
Fire at will.
Or whatever you are, I know you are.
Detected.
That was a workout. We should take some time off. Sleep, drink.
Thanks for the
maybe
assist,
grab some
man.
noodles. Being a soldier is
Going weapons cold.
I was able to keep the Institute from getting their hands on the beryllium agitator.
Glad to see you're still in one piece.
I wouldn't have made it without your help.
That's funny. I seem to remember having to talk you into letting me come along. Anyway, we shouldn't stand around here talking. We've got a lot of work to do. Well, this is it. The moment of truth. We've pre-programmed Liberty Prime's battle coordinates into his navigational processor. As soon as he's under his own power, he'll head straight for the Institute. Elder Maxon wants you to follow him, and make sure he arrives at the CIT in one piece. I've checked every wire and every bolt on the big guy. All we need to do is plug in the agitator, start Prime's reactor, and cross our fingers.
Did you, fill up his tank and check the tire pressure too?
You're a real comedian. Anyone ever tell you that? Look, I discussed it with Elder Maxon, and we think you should be the one who has the honor of starting Liberty Prime. Just plug the beryllium agitator into his reactor port, then head back down here and press the transfer button. Good luck, Paladin. Ad Victoriam.
What was that?
Fusion core reinitialized. Liberty Prime. Full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Mission: the destruction of any and all Chinese communists. Probability of Chinese victory: impossible. Proceeding to target coordinates. Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Democracy is non-negotiable.
Fall out! This is our supply depot. What's your view of this?
System diagnostic commencing. Mobility complete. Optic beam fully charged. Nuclear warheads armed.
This may be the single greatest thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Scanners operating at... We will not fear the Red Menace. Destruction detected. Overland travel to target. Compromised. Probability of mission hindrance, 32%.
Combat subroutine.
Communist target acquired. Area classified as active war zone. Engaging sentry revised stratagem initiated. Aquatic transit protocol activated. Probability of mission hindrance, 0%. Democracy is truth. Communism is death. Anchorage will be liberated. Patriotism subroutines engaged. Honoring the fallen is the duty of every red-blooded American. Classified as active war zone. Chinese infiltration unit eliminated. Let freedom ring.
Huh?
Accessing dictionary database. Entry: communism. A form of government in which the state controls everything, and people are denied. I hold these truths to be self-evident, that all Americans are created equal, and are endowed with certain unalienable rights. Victory is assured. Objective reached. Scanning defenses.
Keep those ships away from Prime, soldier! Target located.
Subterranean Red Chinese compound detected. Obstruction depth. Opposition. Sand. Gravel. And competition. Tactical assessment. Reach compound to restore democracy. Warning. All personnel should move to minimum safe distance. Embrace democracy, or you will be eradicated.
The mission is proceeding as planned, Paladin. Well done. Our next target is the reactor. If anything tries to slow us down, I'm ordering you to destroy it. Man or machine. Once we reach our target, you'll need this. It's a fusion pulse charge. Attach it to the reactor, and it can be detonated remotely from a safe distance. It will be more than enough to annihilate the Institute in its entirety. Ingram, you're to remain here and teleport us out when the job is done. Get that thing working.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
This is the Institute? I'm disappointed. I expected more from them.
Something's out there.
Down.
Oh no.
Whoever or whatever you are, I know you are out there. You want to do that.
Hey, whoa! You win!
Switcher reading detected. Please stand still.
Locked on target.
Caught you! Surprise assault! Fan out!
Weapons cold. Over here! Over here!
Going weapons cold.
Paladin, we've located the reactor. It's accessible through the Advanced Systems Division. Only, you can't reach it.
The security override can only come from the Director's terminal. You'll need to access his quarters.
We're gonna blow this place back to hell.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
Get to the Director's quarters. We'll cover you.
Well done, Paladin. Looks like a path should be clear to the reactor.
I didn't expect to see you again.
And I am happy to report that reinforcements have arrived.
Is someone present?
Attacking enemy.
Area secure.
Hostile sensor reading detected. We must be
What was that?
Nice try.
Please reveal yourself.
We make this fast and precise. Good work, Paladin. I think it's time to leave this place to its fate. Dr. Ingram, do you copy? Our mission is complete. I need you to transport us out of here immediately. Dr. Ingram, it's time to teleport us out.
Sorry, Elder, I would, but... well, this child showed up. He claims to be the Paladin's son, sir.
Please, Mom, don't leave me here. I want to go with you.
You're not going anywhere with me. You're not my son.
But you can't just leave me here. I don't want to die. Please, just think about it for a second.
You're not Sean. You're not Sean. You're a robot made to think you're real.
You're just gonna leave me here? I can't believe it. I hate you!
All right, Ingram. Fire it up.
Hang on. You're telling me you leave that kid here to die? He's your son.
He's a synth, Ingram. He's not really my son.
Are you kidding me? The Institute made synths that look like children? I don't even know what to say. Except that they deserve what's coming to them.
You're clear to go then. Ready?
Absolutely. Let's get out of here.
You got it, Paladin. I'm sending you to the detonation site. I'll set the relay to send the last of us to the Pridwin and make sure everyone is out. When that reactor goes up, this place will be nothing but a smoking crater full of rubble. Should be quite a sight. Looks like your work here is done, Paladin.
Mom, don't leave me here. I want to...
Dr. Ingram has assured me that we'll be outside the blast radius.
Do it, Paladin. Make the Institute pay for its crimes.
I can feel it wash over me. The heat, the force, the radiation, the fear. It's the end of the world, all over again. I close my eyes. I see my life before all of this, before the bombs. Everything can change in an instant. And the future you plan for yourself shifts, whether or not you're ready. At some point, it happens to all of us. This was not the world I wanted, but it was the one I found myself in. The Commonwealth. My home. Ripped apart and put back together. I thought I hoped I could find my family. Cheat time, make us whole again, the way we were. But now I know. I know I can't go back. I know the world has changed, but the road ahead will be hard. This time I'm ready. Because I know war. War never changes. Elder.
You've done an exemplary job here, Paladin. Without your unwavering loyalty to our cause, this victory would never have been possible.
What? No cash prize?
Your reward rests in the hearts and the minds of the people you've saved. The Institute has been wiped clean from the face of our world. It's time we close this chapter on the Commonwealth and begin one anew.
Then let's get to it.
I'm pleased that you're anxious to continue your service for the Brotherhood, but this is neither the time nor the place to discuss it. Return to the Pridwin, and we'll decide what needs to be done.
I hope I live long enough to witness the Brotherhood's next triumph.